Good morning. Today's a first for us. Today, the entire church is celebrating for the first time the feast of Mary, the Mother of the Church. While Mary was known under this title all the way back as far as St. Augustine and Leo the Great, it was Pope John Paul who formally declared that Mary should be invoked under the title of Mother of the Church. And last Saturday, Pope Francis established the movable feast for the first day following Pentecost. At his Mass Saturday, Francis said that the first virtue of a mom is tenderness. And while this trait is lacking in the church, or when this trait is lacking in the church, she resembles merely a charitable organization or a football team. When it's a masculine church, it sadly becomes a church of old bachelors, incapable of love, incapable of fruitfulness. Francis also pointed out that in the gospel, Mary is always described as the mother of Jesus, not the lady or the widow of Joseph. Her motherliness is emphasized throughout the Gospels. Only a feminine church, he said, will be able to have fruitful attitudes in accordance with the intention of God, who chose to be born of a woman in order to teach us the path of woman. The important thing is that the church be a woman that has the attitude of a bride, a mother. And when we forget this, it's a masculine church. Without the dimension, it sadly becomes a church of old bachelors who live in isolation, incapable of love, incapable of fecundity. Without the woman, the church does not advance because she is a woman. And this is the attitude of women that comes from Mary, because Jesus willed it so. The virtue that primarily distinguishes a woman is tenderness, like the tenderness of Mary when she gave birth to her firstborn son, wrapped him in swaddling clothes, and laid him in a manger. She cared for him with meekness and humility, which are the great virtues of mothers. A church that is a mother goes along the path of tenderness. It knows the language of the wisdom of caresses, of silence, of the gaze that knows compassion. A member of the church who lives out this same way, knowing that he or she is like a mother and must go along the same path, gently, tenderly, smiling, full of love. This feast prompts us as Catholic clergy and laity to ask ourselves whether we are that kind of a church member. Let us seek Mary's intercession that we as a church and as an individual Christian can reveal her love and care for another and for all. This is desperately needed during this time of pandemic and violence. God bless.